I have an OG in the building, man. Somebody that I can say I was glad to serve with, proud to serve with. One of the pillars into helping me be one of the men I am today. I gotta say what's up to the homie Pimp, man. What's going on, Pimp?
Hey man, you know it ain't that man. Just cooling, man. Glad to be on the show. You know, hey, see you
That's
doing your
what's
thing,
up.
man. You know, I've been following you for a minute, so it's good
That's
stuff,
what's
brother.
up, man. I'm trying to keep it cracking. It's a long haul.
Yeah, yeah. Ain't
We
nothing
doing
wrong with that, man. Keep doing your
it.
thing, brother.
Yeah. So where do we start, man? Where does your journey start, man? Tell everybody where you were born, where you were raised.
And born and raised in South Carolina, a little small town, Maysville. It's right
Hmm.
outside, Sumter County, man. Population about 13, but we was real. You know what I'm saying? It
Hmm.
just, but small town, man. I love it. It's home. It's home. I wouldn't change it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot there. Grew up.
So I gotta ask, right? So for people that aren't familiar with the Carolinas, what are the major differences between North and South Carolina?
Uh, I mean, me personally, man, is nothing. We consider North Carolina, where I grew up, mostly like city. But once you get
Hmm.
old, drive through, North Carolina, certain parts, it's nothing different than South Carolina because we grew up in the country. But they have Charlotte, who got the professional teams out there, and Raleigh is pretty big city, and like that. Where we have Columbia and Charleston, Sumter, areas like that. So no different.
Yeah. Hmm. So
So,
so what was growing up in South Carolina like? You said it was a small city, small population.
but it's like uh, we grew up, outside playing in the streets. Till the streets like come on. We ain't never been in the house. You know, always out playing sports, football, basketball, baseball, whatever we could play, occupied time. But my neighborhood, mostly we was all family. So little fights and stuff around that happen. That's amongst us. That's family. You
Hmm.
know, so it was just it was cool growing up there. It was cool, man. I have no complaints at all, man. I learned a lot.
And siblings, you grew up with siblings or
Well, sisters. I got all sisters, right?
uh
But I was the oldest,
you
so
were the oldest, so your sisters were younger than you?
yeah, yeah. So growing up being the oldest, you always feel like there's a lot of responsibility on you. But man, hey,
Hmm.
even though I was the oldest, I think I was, the most spoiled.
Hmm.
I was spoiled, so and my sisters, they rougher than me.
So going up to like moving up when you're getting into those teenage years, school, high school, what was that like for you?
Man, I mean, I went to Mount Pleasant High School, but I didn't go to the high school that in the city where my mom don't live. I went to the school that my dad's side graduated from. So that was just one thing about it. Rivalries were like Maywood, which is the high school my mom grew up from, and then on the other side of us was Bishopville High School, and rivalry with either one of those high schools is big. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
even though we was next door to each other, like when it come to playing it, oh, we really didn't like each other. It was on site. When we saw each other, it was on site, but you
Hmm.
know, had some great games, man, and just I go to Mount Pleasant, which was in Lee County, but then on the weekends, after we done play Maywood, I'd be at my mom's house in
Hmm.
the city where Maywood at, and we beat Maywood, but I got something to brag about. You know what I'm saying? So I got something to talk about all weekend before I go back to the house. So
So you
uh,
played sports.
yeah, absolutely.
What?
Football was my thing.
That's what's up.
Football,
What position you play?
man. Shoot. I played every position in school, man. It just I love the game so much, and we used to play it
Hmm.
all the time in the neighborhood. Pick them up, bust them up. I was able to adapt to the game and learn the game and play all positions. I think my first position when I went to, when I was in middle school, I started out as running back.
Hmm.
Played running back about 2, 3 games, and the coach moved me to quarterback. Played quarterback. I played linebacker. I played corner, safety, tight end. I done played on the offensive line. And honestly, honestly, playing on the offensive line is what made me tough because you know kids in high school or school they don't really know it or not, but I believe that the offensive line is the place that you need to start. That's where you're gonna
Hmm.
learn it. So yeah,
That's
I
what's
mean,
up.
I enjoyed it.
That's what's up. So did you go on to college? What happened after high school?
After high school, I didn't go to college. I played semi-pro for about 3 years. I mean, when I played, I put on a show. Like
Hmm.
I was one of the best, one of the best players on the team. I played with some grown men. Like semi-pro is grown men, and I played with a bunch of dogs. But just to play with the likes of Jerome Kennedy and Kelly, my little brother Kelly Rim and a few others, man, I learned a lot from them guys, man. And hey, they made me a better person out there on the field playing semi-pro, coming straight from high school.
Hmm.
But after about the second or third year, I pretty much shined. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
That's what's up. So I
Yeah,
mean, in that area in South Carolina, like because they got a heavy gang culture and stuff out there too, right?
yeah. I mean, coming up, man, it was gangs, in the city around where my neighborhood where I was from. My neighborhood is a blue city.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, you had, the other guys, the red city and whatever, But I mean, after a while, once we got older in age, we realized it was real. So it got real. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I mean, it was at one point it was do or die because
Hmm.
you don't know what to expect. No, what part of the city to go in. You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody coming in your neighborhood or whatever,
Hmm.
shooting all that stuff, man. It got real at one point. It was deep.
Damn. So I mean, all this is going on. Did any of that mix in for like with the football for some of the players and shit?
Yeah, yeah, and no, but I think like a lot of the mature guys, a
Hmm.
lot of mature guys, they knew, they love the game of football, so they know where to leave the outside stuff at. Then they left the streets to the streets. When they was playing the
Hmm.
game, after the game, or when we not, practicing another. I can't say what's what, but that was just life. You know, life.
Hmm.
So
That's what's up.
yeah, all had to be on your p's and q's. All had to be on,
Dot your I's and cross your T's, you dig?
every time, and the neighborhood I grew up, we only had one police, so it was like, bro, ain't too much he could do. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You just one person, so I was, shoot, I think,
So what was he answering the calls and doing the visits too?
yeah, man. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, shoot, I think he go hiding when somebody came through that shoot.
He was on lunch break.
Yeah. He wasn't there to be found. He'll pop up about an hour or so later, but hey,
Yeah.
it was
Mm.
expected. So, hey,
Mm-mm-mm.
let's
So I
see,
mean,
man.
what made you stop playing football?
The military.
Mm-hmm.
My last year of playing semi-pro, man, I think I actually grew and shined as a player, and I had a great season. A great season playing safety, linebacker, wherever they wanted me to play. I played tight end, receiver. You know what I'm saying? Had some catches, made some great catches, made some great plays, man, and wanted to go to the next level for that, but then end up, you know, joining the military, man. And once you sign them papers, the crazy thing about it was even when I was in basic and AIT, they still allowed me to go home on the weekends to play football. So I
What?
fit, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So even though, because you know, semi-pro back then, you signed a little contract or whatever, but I was surprised they let me go home on the weekends to play, continue to play, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, when they did that,
How did that work during basic training?
well, basic training it wasn't so much because it was like football was just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So the basic, then it was okay. He can go every weekend to go play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had a, you know, I can't remember the post commander name at the time or whatever when I was in AIT. But my drill sergeants, they were cool about it. Post commander, you know, he approved everything for me to just leave on the weekends and go play. So I
Damn.
did. Still had to be back on Sunday before 1700, but I didn't always make the time, but I was there.
Mm-hmm. And so,
But
how old were you at this point?
and I was what 20 was 2021, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you signed up. You're still playing pro. So what made you? So you did you still continue to play throughout the military, or you just stopped?
Nah, I mean, I got in the military, you know, after because I was supposed to go to the All Star game. They had an All Star game or whatever in Washington D.C. and I was supposed to go to the All Star game. And when it was time to, you know, go that far, the military wouldn't let me do it. So I missed that and probably missed out on the opportunity to go to the next level. But I wasn't, you know, I was disappointed. I was hurt and I was upset at the time. But after that, you know, I just got adapted to the military and just
Mm-hmm.
I played sports there.
That's what's up. So
Yeah.
21. This is so you got to Alaska. What year did you get to Alaska?
Got to Alaska in '99, December, like right before Christmas. Like it was crazy because when I was at AIT, I was an actual holdover, you
Mm-hmm.
know, with football and whatever else, but I was a holdover. Oh, sorry about that. But when I was a holdover and they came and told me they like, hey, you getting stationed in Anchorage in Alaska. And I was like, who getting stationed in Alaska? Not me, not the kid. I'm not going out there. Like
Not
y'all
the
not
kid.
sending me out there. Yeah, not sending the kid out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going. And then the crazy thing happened. I came home one weekend. My grandma was real sick, and you know this is the grandma, my mom's mom. She was real sick, and you know was talking to her and talking to my mom. I'm like, I'm not going to Alaska. So they gonna have to, you know, I don't know. They're gonna have to do something, but I'm not going way out there. So
Mm-hmm.
in the process of me being home that weekend, my grandma passed, and you know that
Damn.
took a toll on me. So I really didn't go back. I was at home, and then uh, I remember it clearly. I was home for about 4 or 5 days, so they was trying to get me back. And the drill sergeant came to my house. One of the drill sergeants I respected, I think it was Drill Sergeant Roberts, and I can't remember the female name, but they came to the house and they talked to me, and you know what I'm saying, pretty much like, yo, your grandma will want you to, you know what I'm saying, to be the best you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mom they kind of, you know, pushed me to go back. So when I went back, you know, I did it for my grandma. So I was like, okay, I go, you know. levels. End up coming to Alaska, and my, December right before Christmas.
But wait, though. But wait, before we get to that, you had a female drill sergeant?
Yeah, in basic. Yeah, she was short, but
What?
yeah, man, she was short, but she was about that life, you know. Like you don't know it. Like yo, you don't know. You know, drill sergeants. They say drill sergeants. They got to put on that facade or
Uh-huh.
put on, you know. But man, she was really about it because she was about that life, but she was genuine at the same time. So
Uh,
she like, yeah, I came to your hood. I heard about this place, but she bust up and knocked right at my mom's front door. So I was like, okay.
how did she look?
I mean, she looked all right. She was just short. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she was short. She wasn't no busted drill sergeant. You do have busted drill sergeants, but she wasn't one of them busted drill sergeants.
Yeah, that's weird. You went to basic where?
In Jackson, at Fort Jackson, I did
Oh
everything
yeah,
and AIT at Fort Jackson. I was home.
that's what's up, man. See, that's the lucky shit right there. I went all the way to Kentucky at Fort Knox to do basic.
Oh man,
They
nah.
had me going across the fucking country.
Oh yeah. All the way from Cali, yeah,
Yeah.
man. You coming from the city going to the country, you like, what is that? You ain't, you don't see snakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah,
Mm. So you
crazy.
get- so you get to Alaska now. Your MOS. What exactly was your MOS?
63 Bravo. You know what I'm saying? At the time, it was a diesel mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
63 Bravo. But some years later, they changed to 91 Bravo. But I was a mechanic in the MP company of
Mm-hmm.
all. You know what I'm saying? But I met some good people in the MP company, man. People I still call family, friends,
Mm-hmm.
too. You know,
That's what's up. We were in different companies, so how exactly you met? Who'd you meet first? You meet Franklin first or Rod?
I met Rod first.
Uh huh.
Rod first. The crazy part, I met Rod through Buchanan.
Right.
Quan, that's his brother. So,
Quan
and we was at we was at the Down Under, and a fight broke out at
at the down under.
the Down Under. The
What
fight broke.
now? Wait. What fight was this that broke out? This wasn't the
Man, listen, I can laugh and
was
talk
this
about
was this
it.
the same fight that Franklin's talking, or is this a different fight? Because niggas was fighting there all the time.
All the time, like every weekend. But somehow, somewhere, it end up being, somewhere I end up in between it. But I don't, But this fight here, man, because I ain't too long. I wasn't there. I wasn't there about 2 or 3 months, man. It was crazy. And we was at the Down Under, and I can laugh and talk about it now. Me and because my brother,
Mm.
what I'm saying, that's my heart. You know what I'm saying? Big Cass is that's my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts to Big
That's my big
Cass.
brother. Yeah, that's my big brother, man. And I know they was chasing some cat, some dude, and the dude ran out the club, ran around cars, jumped in the car and got away. So we walked out the club to see what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, ooh,
Mm.
you get to see a fight. Saying I get to see a fight and not actually being in a fight is what I didn't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
I was standing on the corner. I was laughing. Because the dude got away, and they was chasing him. He got away. So I was standing there. I was laughing like, dang, it was funny to me, man. And then before I know it, I was out there laughing. I saw like 50 cats walking towards me. And Quan and Rod was out there, man.
I think that was the night.
Dan was out there. You was out there. Raul was out there. King, man, it was crazy because I was laughing. All I was
Mm.
doing. And then I saw about 50 dudes come towards me like, something funny? Something funny? And I was like, yeah, y'all couldn't, all y'all and y'all couldn't catch one person? Before I know it, hey, I want to say with Big Cat, we were standing between the car, man. And like I said, that's my brother to this day, but he threw a punch, and I was like, whoa, hey, listen, hey, he threw the punch, and I kept from falling. You know, it was snow outside, so
Yeah, yeah, it was snow out.
I kept from falling. So I had to try to eat some of that punch. But in my mind, I was like, darn, this big joke can't hit. Dude, before I know it, I caught myself, man, and we was out there rumbling, like rumbling, bro. Like Buchanan, me, Rod, man, we was out there swinging for the fences, bro. And like it was like maybe like 5, 6, 7 of us against about 50 something people. With the you know, I think the only person that was with us that caught a shiner that night was Grant.
Yeah.
Grant was like, man, what did they hit you with? You had some brass knuckles, some bricks. Like, what did you get hit with? And I was like, oh wow, man.
Maybe he has sensitive skin.
Man, hey, soft skin. The way he was swole, man, this guy came to PT the next morning with shades on. And he was like Ray Charles out there, man. Like I was, you know, leaving out of that unscathed, man. It was crazy, bro. But hey, since that day, maybe like a few days after that, man, it just so happened me and Big Cash was cool with the same person, man, and like sat us down and brought us together, man. And shoot, ever since that day, Cash been one of my A1s. You know, Alaska. That's my big bro.
I don't know if I still see. I've seen Cass up here. I think quite a while ago, years ago, and we said what's up and shit. But I don't know if he's still out here now.
No, he's in Texas now. He's in Texas, so you know.
Yeah, that was a night, man.
Yeah, that wasn't night, man.
That was one of many nights though. Between that and the NCO club.
Yeah, the NCO club and out there on the other little spot out there, the VFW. Yeah, so yeah. I had some moments out there. I ain't gonna lie. I had some moments out there, man. I ain't want everybody to think that I was just out there fighting every other weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit was funny. Between watching motherfuckers fight, ended up fighting the motherfucker. That was just a funny night.
Yeah, man, it was because I didn't expect it. I just laughed in the laugh because I thought it was funny. You know, come on, man. I'm from the country. I'm from South Carolina. Certain things like that to me are funny.
Yeah.
Man, I had no idea I was gonna get swung on for laughing. So
so when did you meet Quan?
Man, I met Quan like as soon as I got to the unit. Like he picked me up from reception. He picked me up reception and he was happy because you know what I'm saying. Honestly, we was only two black kids in the unit at the time, MP unit at the time, and he already knew Rod, so you know he introduced me to Rod, and you know what I'm saying during them days in Alaska, well, we was like three amigos.
Yeah.
Then we still had you and what's my other man name? You know, we still had you and oh man, Coop. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know,
Franklin said he was gonna find Coop. I'm gonna have to check in and see if he found that nigga.
Yeah, somebody got to find Coop, man. I met Coop. I was walking over to y'all bags to go to Rod room, man. I met Coop was outside jumping up and down like like going crazy. I think Shorty poured syrup on his car in the cold weather. Man, Coop was out there about to pass out, bro. Like man, what kind of female you dealing with? Just pouring honey all over your car, like in the cold winter in the snow. Bro, that's not coming off. That's not coming off. Like you might that joint about to freeze your car. You're gonna need a new paint job after a while.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking Coop, man. That's just crazy, man. So
Something
so as far as like Quan, so the relationship, because you and Quan were hella tight,
man, that's
super
and
tight.
listen, man, and you know, we don't talk about it a lot, but me and Quan, we came from different backgrounds. Like, you know,
Right.
what we talk about, like neighborhoods that he grew up in and neighborhoods that I grew up in and what he represented and what I represented. And we was like two different, but at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, like that's my brother. That's he's not blood, but that's my brother. Like any
Mm-hmm.
day, anytime, man, he called me, he needs something, bro, I got him. That's my guy. My guy. We were different, but we respected, you know what I'm saying, each other and like it was love from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
man. He
what's
took
up.
me in, you know, I got there, he took me into his home, you know, him and his wife Danielle, my sister, you know, they cooked for me, you know what I'm saying? Made me feel at home, bro, made me feel welcome.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, where I'm from in the country, you know, that type of hospitality goes a long way.
Right.
There's a lot of respect. So, you know, big up to Quan, man. I still talk to him to this day, man, and appreciate him for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why so Franklin Franklin was laid back too, but you, I don't know. Like I always tell people, maybe I'm laid back because I was just around a bunch of laid back motherfuckers. But
Yeah.
like you one of the most laid back motherfuckers I've known too.
Yeah, man. I just be cooling. I just be
Mm-hmm.
cool. I don't bother nobody, man. I try to, you know, I try to be friend and keep it 100 with everybody, man. Make people laugh and make people have fun and enjoy themselves, man. I just, you know, I was just on a different type of time at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong. Like my neighborhood, you know, they know me as a fighter. Like
Mm-hmm.
I always fought, and I just think that, you know, that I even fought in basic for no reason. Just like was I missed curfew and because I was at the bowling alley, and
Mm-hmm.
AI kid told on me, and I walked down the hall and just punched him in the face like do something. And like he didn't do nothing. He was like, "Man, I'm, you know, it ain't that serious." And I was like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
So you know, guess after them first few fights, you know, I didn't, you know, instigate to start anything, but after that, man, even Alaska, you bother me or anybody around me or associated, affiliated with me, then yeah. But other than that, man, I was chill,
Mm-hmm.
chill.
Yeah,
You know.
man. Shit. What is one of the funniest stories you remember besides that night?
Oh man, bro, like man, it was this cat on Fort Rich, the PT bandit. Like, bruh, that was like, you know, being in the MP unit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, you know, at the same time, I thought it was the funniest shit I ever seen or ever heard. But at the same time, you had to be on guard because you didn't want to get attacked with no PT man. You was getting the crap beat out you with a PT man. Like, yo, we be in the MP company and you know the radios over there and something come through. Like, hey, somebody just got attacked with a PT mat as soon as they open their door. What?
So I gotta tell everybody. So I started this shit called the PT Ninja. I think it was I called him the PT Ninja, but I think you're right. I think people called him the PT Bandit, where I wore a mask and I was in
Yeah,
PTs and I would just go knock on random motherfuckers' door and just they open the door, I just get them with the PT bat. I just go to work.
but I think the funniest part, man, I don't know if it was you or Coop or maybe it was multiple of y'all, but man, I was coming out the back door of a 662 that the barracks the MP was in. And you know, it's 664 and then 666 was the engineer barracks,
Mm-hmm.
Charlie 84.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I was coming out the barrack, out the back door, and I was about to walk over to 664, and I saw a PT Ninja run across the road, like cars were coming, like this this Joker was moving so fast, like yo, you couldn't tell me this Joker didn't run a 13 or a 12 in the 2 mile, but hey, and he was running over to y'all barracks, not eight maintenance barracks. But
Mm-hmm.
when he came and it was that bank of snow. When
Uh-huh.
I saw him jump that bank of snow and took off across that road, I said, "Oh no, brother, yo, this." Cause I was like, somebody must be teaching him, yo. I was like, yo, maybe just went and beat somebody down in the engineer's barrack and just took off. That joke, hey, that joke ain't touched that snowbank. He leaked that snowbank and was gone. I couldn't help but laugh, yo. I thought that was the funniest shit in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
man. We had to put. I think it was me, Coop, and it might have been one other person, but it was me and Coop mainly. But we put that work in.
yeah, I did, man. Y'all got a lot of people, man. It was crazy. It was funny. Shit was,
Oh
you
shit.
know.
So after Fort Rich, you stayed in. Where did you get stationed after that?
After Fort Rich, well, because I ended up staying at Fort Rich for additional 2 years. But
Mm-hmm.
once I left there, I went to Fort Eustis, Virginia.
Mm.
Put me a little close to home. So Fort Eustis was like, uh, compared to Alaska, Fort Eustis was like part of Central. But
Mm-hmm.
we deployed, got deployed a lot from there because it's home of transportation.
Mm-hmm. When
So,
you left, I was already out when you left, right?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I think I was. I think
yeah.
I'm trying to think. You left 04?
No, I left in '05. I left in
Oh
'05.
five. Yeah, I was in the ism by then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I left in '05 because I think it was only ones was left was me, Steele,
Mm-hmm.
Gerard, uh, my cousin Clarence, Raby. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we had all the one like them guys like Pope Sutton, all them guys came in and so
Yeah.
that's when I left, man. Yeah, it was. But one thing I say about Alaska, man, even Wig, Twan, all them guys, man, Bubba, like
Mm-hmm.
we were like family, like
Yeah.
because a lot of us we was there, we didn't have family there, so when we got there, it's like you had to create or what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
make your own family. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And man, we were so tight like glue. Like before we know it, like it wasn't a club that our name didn't come up in. Like we
That's
was
facts.
there, we was there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Incident Club, even though it was on the Air Force side, that was our club.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The VFW. You know, it don't matter. Like we were a group of soldiers coming there, and we got a lot of respect from the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with that. Is because we were some real cats, and we all hung
Mm-hmm.
together.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, big up to Alaska. Like I still consider Alaska my home.
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy too when you say that because I look at it now and like I don't go out a lot and shit now, but I never sat up here and like after we was sitting here running around and stuff, I never heard of cats just being really known like that off of base and being out and
Yeah,
about and shit like that. I never heard of shit like that.
Right, right. Because when we was up there, man, it wasn't like we was cool with any and everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like even the street dudes up there, even the main dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
they rock with us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
Joker, the Bales Bondsman, all them cats, man. Them cats rock with us. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like we was in their videos and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was all love and respect, man. And I still got that. I still got that love and respect for Alaska, man. So
Yeah. For sure. I don't
yeah,
know. It's something, I mean, you could call it the military, you could call it that time period, but I mean, it was camaraderie, it was brotherhood.
yeah,
Uh, it was real shit between brothers.
right, right, right,
And then
yeah,
you guys, I mean, you guys being older, you guys kind of set the tone for the younger cats too, because like I
yeah,
said, I respect you guys as OGs. You, Rod, Frank, you know what I'm saying? You guys
yeah,
were OGs.
yeah. Like, man, I'm gonna tell you, like, a lot of cats, a lot of military cats, man, regardless of what branch you in, what city you in, a lot of cats can't go off base on installations and get that love like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was time we were VIP in the VFW.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, we 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 just, and we wasn't attention seekers. We
Mm-mm.
wasn't attention seekers or nothing like that. We just we were just some real dudes, man. And we just wanted to have fun. We ain't bother nobody.
Yeah. Do you think that's what's missing today? Because I mean, I see a lot of the younger cats now. Like there was a story here, not even 2 weeks ago. I want to say I saw on the news. It looks like it was a cat up here in the military, and I think he went to a house party, and something ended up happening, and he ended up getting shot. And I was sitting here thinking about it, like that shit like that didn't happen back in the day.
It didn't happen with us, man. And I think what it is, man, I think this new generation or where is that now, cats go out and try to demand it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't went out and demand respect. You know what I'm saying? We went out and respect everybody, no matter where we was at. We respect you, and we in return we got that respect back.
Mm-hmm.
Cats today, they go to these places and they go to these cities just because they military. They try to go off installations and go in these neighborhoods or go to these spots and try to demand respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Try to play hard or be something they not, thinking they can live that same street life in the military in somebody else's neighborhood, man, and that's not it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that mentality. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
we were we were those guys that, you know, respect all but fear none. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like we gonna respect you, you respect us. But if you ever cross that line, then we gotta cross that line with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like cats today now, nah, they stepping like, trying to demand respect, you know what I'm saying, when they not giving it.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference, man. And that's how you find yourself somewhere you don't want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then back in the day too. I mean, it wasn't too many names outside of Post. I mean, you had a couple cats that was ringing bells, Jokers, the Bay Dillas. It was a few of them cats ringing bells, but nowadays it's not really nobody's name ringing bells like that. So everybody's just the youngsters are just wilding.
Yeah, like I said, they wilding because they trying to demand something that they're not giving. So
Mm-hmm.
it's, you know to get respect. You know what I'm saying? We was always taught to get respect, you got to give it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? We didn't go out there trying to take over nobody's neighborhood or nothing like that. We were just out there having fun, man.
Yeah.
Think about it. It wasn't nowhere that we couldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was Diamond, shit, we could have went to Eagle River.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but it wasn't nowhere that we could go that we wasn't, you know what I'm saying, that we wasn't respected or, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So yeah, man, it's just being real. Real
Yeah.
recognized real.
Yeah. Did you look at yourself back then as like a OG at that time period?
I what I'm saying, to the young ones coming up, man, I just thought that I could be, what I'm saying, a lending, somebody that they could talk to or come to it because I know the ropes.
Hmm.
I know how to move, you know what I'm saying? So pass that on to the ones coming up or coming in behind us, you know what I'm saying, to show them the ropes, to show them the right way that we went through it. So yeah, I kind of, seen myself as that. I just seen everybody as equal. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So just, some people, but like I say, man, that crew that came with us, and even though y'all was younger, but at the end of the day, we all say we was brothers.
Hmm.
We was brothers at the end of the day, no matter what.
Yeah.
Think about it. If one of us was out there doing something stupid or doing something we had no business, yeah, we sit around and laugh about it, but we 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 told each other hey man, you can't be doing that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
We were straight up with each other. Hey, you can't be doing that, bro. Like, chill, man. Like, bro, just listen. We
Hmm.
was dropping knowledge or giving knowledge. Frank,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Cash, it don't matter. Everybody was giving knowledge to one another. Wiggins, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't out there
Yeah.
doing nothing stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We wouldn't allow each other to be out there doing nothing stupid. So, like I said, learn a lot. Learn a lot, man. Regardless of where, like my thing is, you can learn from everybody. You can learn the
Hmm.
right thing, you can learn the wrong thing not to do. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that everybody that crossed your path or come into your life was a bad thing because you learned something from them.
Right.
So that's how I see it with us coming through Alaska, man. But like I said, that's the time if I could go back to it and bring everybody back, man, I definitely would because that's some of the best times of our lives, man. Like,
You can run it back.
bro, run it back, man. That's one of them things. Hey, run it back, run it back. Let's do that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So,
That's what's up. So when did you so you're still you got out the military, right?
yeah, I retired in 2015, March 5th, 2015.
Retired. 20.
Retired. Nah, 18.
Hey,
I
oh
tried
yeah.
to make it to 20. Tried to make it
Uh-huh.
to 20, man, but my knees and stuff was so bad. All them surgeries and stuff I had when I was in Alaska.
Hmm.
Just couldn't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't cut on my knees no more, no nothing like that. So I just hung it up.
And they let you retire like that.
Yep.
Wow, damn.
Retired just like that, brother.
How's it feel to be retired, man? You retired at what age?
Man, I retired at I retired 2015. Man, I still was in my 30s, early 30s, man. Still
Damn.
mid 30s. Like,
What is it like retiring in your 30s?
oh, I ain't gonna lie. That first year I was miserable. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because even though when I retired, it was different than when we was in Alaska.
Right.
It was different than when I was in Virginia because the times changed.
Hmm.
When we was in the military, it seemed so real. Like you met real people that did real things and y'all had each other back.
Right.
Once I got to Virginia, then I turned around and got to Hunter. Hunter, it's like everything became political.
Hmm.
Political. Back then, you ain't had nobody stepping on nobody. Where we from, you ain't had nobody stepping on nobody, watching nobody. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get promoted.
Right.
If one of y'all was at 98 maintenance get promoted, guess what? We was at y'all promotion, right or wrong.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was
Yeah.
over there.
Hmm.
We supported one another. We wanted to see everybody prosper. Wanted to
Hmm.
see everybody get promoted. Rod got promoted, we was there. If Quan got promoted, y'all was there. I got, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It was just, oh nah, y'all leave work just to come and see us get promoted. You know? Like nobody was holding nobody to keep nobody from going to see their homies or their brothers get promoted, man. It was all love.
Mm-hmm.
But it got political. It got political to the point to where I was about to resort back to the old me at one point.
Damn.
And then I knew then I gotta get out before I start putting my hands on people.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, because I don't do the fake political stuff, man. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't do that. So I had to get out, and I got out. Hey, I had to make sure Barack Obama's name was on my retirement letter. No
You had to
way.
make sure the brother retired you.
I had to make sure the brother retired me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he retired me, bro. Like, nah,
Uh,
nah. Like, wait for what? Nah, let me get this
mm.
man's before y'all get him up out the chair. Like,
So what do you do now?
um, man, I started a youth organization here in
Mm.
Savannah, man, and bro, I'm just blessed, man, because in Alaska, Virginia, I excelled in sports. High school, from a kid, I excelled in sports. And one thing that got to me from excelling in sports as a kid, high school, middle school, high school, even when I got to Alaska and Virginia, like nobody, we didn't have nobody backing us to support us to push us to the next level or to push us to be better at our craft.
Mm-hmm.
So got started with this organization here. Much respect to them for giving me an opportunity. But after a few years, about 3 years or so, man, I just branched off and did my own thing. And since I did my own thing, man, I'm 7 years in the game with my own youth organization. And bro, right now, it took me 7 years, but right now I'm taking off.
That's what's up, man. Tell everybody what the name of the organization is.
Uh, Georgia Ignites,
Okay.
AAU basketball. You know what I'm saying? I also with my brother Willie Cooper, and shouts out to him because when I got here, he took me, on the, like Quan did, took
Mm-hmm.
me on this thing, man, and brought me through and showed me stuff, man. And in fact, I also work at his restaurant. He got one of the best barbecue and soul food restaurants in Southeast Georgia. So
Mm-hmm.
if y'all ever come through this way, man, y'all got to come by and check out Munch's Barbecue and Soul Food.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's great, man. But him, we had the Savannah Hurricanes, and man, coaching football with him, and bro, that's my brother side by side. Like, bro, we won state championships
That's
with
what's
little
up.
league kids. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, started. I got the basketball side and was doing stuff with that, man, and ended up getting in, being seen in the city by Coach Terry Hines, who coached at a middle school, brought me to the middle school, and we turned the whole middle school program around,
Okay.
athletic department, as far as sports. And after that, I got picked up by another middle school, the Red Middle School, and helped them win a city championship in football, middle school sector. Um, then went to the high school level. I went to the high school level here, man, and coaching at the high school level for 5, 6 years, and then doing good things over there, man. So I was just blessed, man. I'm just blessed, like, because I'm doing something that I love. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, most people get up and go to work angry every day because they're doing something that they really don't want to do.
That's facts.
But in all reality, you it's not hard to do what you love to do. All you got to do is put your mind to it and make it happen. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's just some people allow themselves to get stuck in doing stuff that they really don't want to do, man, and that's why they always unhappy or whatever it is. But me coaching, man, is a blessing because I
It's
help
gotta
my
be
kids.
it's gotta be rewarding too, because I mean you're coaching kids who could be out doing something unproductive, getting
Right,
into
man.
trouble and all that.
It, and indeed, because I would rather see these kids in college playing sports in high school, going to the next level, than in jail or
Hmm.
in the graveyard or you know what I'm saying, just
Right.
out there homeless because some of them do end up homeless. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But, bro, like the person I am and the heart that I have, I do a lot. You know what I'm saying, and give a lot to make sure that these kids are in a good position.
Hmm. That's
Yeah,
what's up. So you got a podcast too, huh?
man, I'm working on that. Man, I'm working on the podcast with my brothers, Reek Reek King and Will Jones, man, and it's not going to be it's a sport podcast, but it's not going to be your average sports podcast, man. And we were sort of being get started, man, but I had some personal stuff going on, and life was lifing, and
Hmm.
you can't, even though you follow your heart and do your stuff, I just couldn't get my mind right to focus on the podcast and do everything I needed to do
Right.
because I had too much going on. So uh, I'm back to the point now where, man, I'm just trying to get everything run up off the ground. But like I said, it's not going to be your actual sports podcast because everybody talk about pro sports, everybody talk about you know college somewhat, but
Hmm.
what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the high school kids. I'm
Okay.
focusing on um focusing on the younger kids, the high school kids, the middle school kids. I'm focusing on them and talk about them because unless anybody knows or not, it's a business. It's a
Hmm.
business. And now you got high school kids and college kids getting paid to play the game that they love before they even make it to pro. Well, it's a lot to talk about. It's a
Yeah.
lot, it's a lot to talk about, and it's a lot of exposure that a lot of these kids need to help them get to the next level.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you get paid off of name, image, and likeness, which is nil. You may have a kid in Alaska that plays football at what's the school right there off of Muldoon?
Bartlett.
At Bart. You might have a kid that played football at Bartlett. Might be a running back. He might run
Hmm.
for 2,300 yards this year. 2,300 yards. Might have 20 something touchdowns, but nobody know about him because
Right.
nobody talks about him. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Those are the type of kids that we're trying to shine some light on and give some exposure to. Because somebody, even though I didn't have nobody to give me an opportunity like that, I want to make sure I give these kids an opportunity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I got daughters. My son is 28.
Hmm.
My daughter 20, Trinae 20, Lauren is 12. Lauren is a cheerleader. I tell them when it comes to coaching these kids or coaching, and I coach Trinae because she played basketball all the way from middle school to high school. You know what I'm saying? I work with her, but I don't have a dog in the fight. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's more of a passion and personal for me to where I don't have a kid that I have to focus on my own. You see what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
I put that time and energy into my organization and the kids that I have. So,
That's what's up. So you go are you so I would think you guys are gonna have some of these athletes on as guests, right?
oh yeah, yeah, most definitely, yeah, we definitely going to reach out to a lot of the high school kids and maybe a few middle school kids and some coaches and some leaders and stuff like that to be on the show to help. You know what I'm saying? Help push and guide these kids through, man, because like I say, they need it. They need it. You know what I'm saying? You have these kids that are constantly being talked about. And you have the ones
Hmm.
that probably a better athlete and probably with a better, more drive and will to do it that don't get talked about.
Right. Yeah.
So in order to keep it going, you got to give everybody that opportunity to shine the light on themselves. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what the show is gonna be about, man. But we're gonna be on there dropping some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Helping the kids, guiding them and mentoring them through their careers,
Mm-hmm.
teaching them what not to do, telling them what not to do. You know what I'm saying? In order to get recruited or to, you know what I'm saying, get to the level that they want to get to. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And a lot of it, like for one, starts with social media. You
Yeah.
gotta be mindful what you post on social media. No
Facts.
college, no college is gonna want you if every song on your social media of all your highlights is curse words
Mm-hmm.
or gang banging, or you on your pictures throwing up gun signs or gang signs or stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying? Colleges, they will look right past you.
Yep.
Keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, because the sports industry is so big and it's such a big business, it's his own business. A college coach can look at you. You can be the best player in your city, in your area, in your state. But if they go to your social media page and they see all this and that, you can best believe they letting somebody else know about you. So
Yep.
everybody else want to come to your page. And now that the offers that you think you're getting, even if you lose that one, you think you're getting others, you're not going to get them because he done went and told her, hey, go look at his page.
They all talking.
They all talk. They all communicate. You know what I'm saying? Because NBA, NFL, all that stuff, that's a brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think the college coaches do? That's a brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's a lot of colleges, true indeed, but they have some type of connection or some type of communication with each other.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, kids got to be mindful of the stuff they post on their social media. You know what I'm saying? You got to be, you know, do this in the community. They recognize community service, charity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be be that kid. Be that kid. Give back.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it a whole lot easier. And on top of that, grades got to be A1. The grades got to be A1. You know what I'm saying? I know when we was in Alaska and we was going to these classes, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
we was clowning these classes. First aid, we was clowning. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't never got kicked out of first aid class till I was in class with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Never got kicked out of class. But you know, you learn from that type of stuff, man. So you always pass what you know on to the younger generation to help them get
Mm-hmm.
to the level. Like I always wanted to play pro football. Always wanted to play pro football. And when I realized I wasn't gonna make it, I always said to myself, I wanted to go back home and do what I'm doing now here in Savannah, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't able, you know what I'm saying, to go back home. I didn't want to move back home when I retired. I retired here. So God put it on my heart to do it here. It
Mm-hmm.
don't matter where you go, you still can do the same. You still can perform the same mission for God, no
Yeah.
matter where you go. You know what I'm saying? So I just stayed here and did it, man. And I'm doing it, man. And the kids that came through my program or that's still in the program, man, they're going to reap the benefits from it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I got quite
Yeah.
a few kids that came through my program that's in college playing college ball now. I got one that went to play college ball, but he's an engineer. Like he's in a class at Georgia Tech, and the only black kid in his class,
That's what's up.
engineering. And I support him from day one until now. If he called me to talk to me about advice or whatever, he got my ear
Mm-hmm.
because that's just me continuing to give back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So, who do you listen to as far as? Because I mean, to do a sports podcast, who are some of the podcasting sports guys that you listen to?
man, I listen to Stephen A. I listen to all these guys, but I listen to my homeboy Kevin, man. And if you ever get a chance, go check out his sports podcast, man. Him and his brothers, they all grew up together, man, and they got a sports uh, podcast, Sports Chasers podcast. Man,
Sports
whenever you get,
Chasers.
yeah, Sports Chasers podcast. When you ever get to go, you ever get a chance, man, go check them out. YouTube, everything, man, and just watching them guys on there every Thursday and Monday, man, is motivating because they
Mm-hmm.
doing what they love, they keeping it real, they talking about sports the way that they talking about sports that's not scripted, not
Right.
scripted. You know what I'm saying? The best time to me, I don't knock what the sports broadcasters on ESPN, FS1. I don't knock nothing that they do because I know a lot of it isn't from from their heart, from their soul,
Right.
how they truly feel, because they have to be careful on what they say and who they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But on these podcasts, these cats are giving you the real, like you doing what you do, but it's a comfortable situation because you're keeping it a buck, you're keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
talking, you cursing, it's whatever. But you
Mm-hmm.
being real about it. You being yourself. And that's what I love about them guys, man. They be themselves. I done been on their show about maybe like 3-4 times. And anytime they call me, I jump on there, man, because they let me be me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, my podcast and our podcast, once it get off the ground, bro, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna have parents and their kids on there, and we gonna hit them with the questions. Like,
That's what's up.
man, because you have to tap into a kid's mind to know how serious they are about about their craft or what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome.
That's what's up. I don't know shit about football, so I mean,
But
I'm gonna have to check you out because I don't know shit.
yeah, but it's not even it's not necessarily about football. It's
Okay.
about basketball, baseball, boxing, hockey.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no, people don't know high school got flag football now.
Mm.
You can interview the girls. Girls get scholarships for flag football now.
They do?
Me, yeah, because I
I
got a
didn't know
daughter.
that shit.
Yeah, well, flag football is big in the South. At high
Damn.
school, bro, it's a blessing because these young ladies, these girls that can play sports, don't all have to fight for one or two sports. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? You got 500 girls in one city that play sports, and they all fighting for a softball or a basketball or a track and field scholarship. Now you got flag football; they can branch out, right?
Yeah.
It's avenues to it. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful for it, man, because I coached it a couple of times, at the high school I was at. So I'm thankful, man, and hey, I love it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I dig that, man. So what else you got to say to the people, man, before we get up out of here?
Man, hey man, it was just like I say, man. My organization is Georgia Ignites. Um, like I said, God has opened up a lot of doors for me lately. I'm being blessed to be a shoe ambassador for a shoe company.
Okay.
Coming up, man. So my organization get to wear their stuff and all that other stuff, man. And I got hooked up with a professional basketball team that's here, that move here in the area, and doing some great things, man. If you ever get the chance, check out Prescott Mac. Um, Good guy, man. Great guy, man. Owns the Coastal Georgia Buccaneers and another pro team in Texas.
Okay.
Um, Man, say I just I'm in there and I'm trying to get it all the way in the door and just open up more doors for everybody around me.
Yeah. I dig that. Where can people find you at, man?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X now. Uh, and I'm on pretty much all websites, man. Just look for me, look for my name, Datrell Wells or Sylvester Wells or uh, Georgia Ignites.
Do I
Just look
have
for
you on IG? Let's see.
I don't
What's your
know.
IG? Let me see.
My it should be up there, Datrell Wells. It should be on IG.
I should be. Let me see. I'm all doing it during the interview and shit.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, yeah. That's always been champ, though. You know what I'm saying? It's always been champ.
Nope, I don't got you. You got the symbol as your thing, right?
Yeah, the GI. Yeah.
Okay, I just sent you a request.
Okay, I got you.
Everybody from the military, I got them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too. Man, but I don't get to talk to everybody. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You know, I put little posts up, and people know I talk about sports a lot, man. I'm a big Steelers
Hmm.
fan. I'm a big Clemson Tiger fan. People think I'm a big LeBron hater. I'm not a LeBron hater. His fans are just annoying as hell. Um, shit. It's like, but you know what I'm saying? I just love sports, man, and I'm blessed to be out here doing God's work and
Hmm.
giving back to the community, man, and helping these kids get to college. I also work with a region recruiter, man. So whether the kid play baseball, football, basketball, man, I can help. You know, I do anything I can to help a kid get to the
That's
next
what's
level.
up. I dig
Yeah.
that, man. Before we go, did we never even touched where did we get your name Pimp from? Where did we start calling
Hey,
you that?
man. Hey, I know you were gonna bring that up, but in my younger days when I first got to Alaska, um, man, I know. I guess I think y'all just saw me talking to different females
I
or
think it
whatever.
had to have been.
Yeah, it just went on from there, from off posts at restaurants to the gym on base or whatever.
Hmm.
You'd always say, "Man, well, you ain't scared to talk to nobody." And nope. What's the worst they gonna say? No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, on to the next. On to the
That's what's
next.
up. Yeah.
You ever
Shit,
see
man.
them calling me pimp, man? I'm like,
That is
it's
what's up, man. This has been dope, man. This has been a dope interview.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got to do this again, brother. Anytime. Plus, once my show get up and running, man, I know you a boxing head. I got to get
Yeah,
you
I'm a
on the show.
boxing head.
Yeah, get you on the show and talk about it, man, and give us some input, and man, who you think about to come up? Because back then on Fort Rich, man, we was all about Floyd and Sugar Shane and Jeff
Hmm.
Lacey and all them cats, man. We used to just go pile
Yeah.
up everybody's house at somebody's house and watch the fights all day
Yep.
long.
Yeah.
Every chance we get.
I
So,
might I might have to get you on though for like a Super Bowl episode or something too, because I
oh
don't know
man.
shit about football. Since the Super Bowl's coming up, I might as well have a motherfucker that knows shit about football because I don't know shit.
Hey, brother, you ain't gotta ask me one time. I'm on it, man. I'm there. I
I
got you.
dig that, man. I could dig that. Shit,
Yeah.
man. All I can say, is like I said, man. You're one of the pillars I look at when I look at OGs and look at when I was coming up and having good brothers around and motherfuckers that look out for you and look out for your best interests because we don't see that a lot today.
You don't,
And
man.
you know,
And that's
me being able to highlight that and highlight people that I think were special at some point in my life, I think that's a blessing in itself. So I appreciate you, OG. You know that.
yeah, man. I appreciate you saying too, man, because like I say, you learn from everybody. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? If I didn't pay attention to what you was doing or whatever, hey, I failed myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I paid attention to everybody. I watch how everybody move. You know what I'm saying? I learned from everybody, whether they taught me the right thing or the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Or the wrong thing not to do. So I appreciate you as well, man. And no, Coop taught me not to deal with females who he deal with because they pour honey on your car. They ain't pour no honey on your car.
Yeah.
No, I put no honey on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
big
So
facts, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. And like I say, I reach out and talk to everybody, man. Still, Gerard,
Hmm.
Wig from time to time, Simone, Quan on the daily. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Just a lot of people, man. And I still reach out and rock with them, man. Because I say, you never, when you go to the military, you never know what they expect.
Right.
But you always run into some real people, man, and y'all build a bond and a brotherhood that lasts forever.
Hmm.
I say Big Cass, the first one that ever put them paws on me in Alaska. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's all love, man. Cause hey, we grew from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We grew from that. So
I think Quan and Barry are testaments too that it doesn't matter what flag or whatever you represent, that brotherhood's brotherhood.
brotherhood is brotherhood, man. And
Hmm.
Quanta tell you right now, man, just like I will, man. Like, yo, we probably ain't with birth from the same woman, but we brothers for life,
Yeah.
man. And that's just how it is. Mike Webb is another one, man. Like, I got to Fort Eustis. Me and Mike lived together for a while. That was my
Okay.
brother. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. That's my soul. His mom treated me like I was hers. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. But hey, that's my brother. That's my
Hmm.
brother. I ride for him. And there's so many others, man, because you, I met so many real people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like I say, even here to this day, Savannah. You know what I'm saying? I got some real ones here. You know what I'm saying? A
Hmm.
whole family. In fact, I say Willie Cooper. That's my brother to infinity. You know what I mean?